Hey everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to my channel. How do you make friends or meet people when you're blind or visually impaired? That's actually a question that I've had for many years, and I've also been struggling with it for many years. So I wanted to create this quick video and just talk about some of the ways that I have tried to, or that I have met people in the past, and some of the ways that I'm actively searching to meet new friends and just meet people just to hang out with or talk to, or just for any reason, just to meet people, as most sighted people would do out in the community, or they'd have friends and go out and do things with. Just like many of you, you also want friends and just people that you can communicate with. So as someone who is blind, I often feel very lonely, maybe trapped or isolated. There's a lot of times that I'm just really want to get out of the house, or I really want to go out and do something, and I'm just feeling, I often refer to myself as maybe like a caged animal. I've said that many times, where like I sit in my cage all day waiting for someone to come and take me out, and then finally when someone comes and takes me out of my cage, it's like all I want to do is just run free and be free of my cage. So I've said that many times, and it's a little bit embarrassing to admit, but that's often how I feel. So I feel trapped a lot, and I'm always actively searching to find friends who are just looking for a fun person to hang out with, someone to go and do things with that have similar interests. So I just want to discuss some of the ways, like I said, that I have searched in the past and that I'm actively searching. So one thing that I have done is I've posted ads on Craigslist in the gigs section. So there's like a gigs section, and then it'll say looking to hire someone. And what I do is I just post an ad on there. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I like to work out and travel and just be outside. So what I've done is I've actually posted ads in the gigs section previously, looking for anybody that wants to go to the gym with me. And I've even mentioned on there, I'm willing to bring you in under my membership for free, and you can just get in, use the facility if you enjoy working out and you want somebody to work out with, and you don't want to pay for a gym membership, then email me or text me or whatever, and we can talk about it. So I've met a couple people doing that, and it's been all right, but I haven't really found a good match yet to go to the gym more consistently with. But so I actually do have an ad on Craigslist right now, looking for someone to go to the gym with and just hang out with. So that's one way that I have done it. And a few years ago, when I had dating profiles on different dating websites like Plenty of Fish and OkCupid, I met quite a few people that way too. Not so many people in person, but I actually communicated with a lot of people through email or text, and then occasionally meet a few people here and there actually in person that became friends and we would hang out with. So I'm sure you can relate. Being blind or visually impaired, it's actually really difficult to meet people and actually retain friends. I found just through my research and meeting people over the years, I found that it's not so hard to meet someone and hang out one or two or possibly three times, but retaining that friendship, I found, has actually been somewhat difficult. And the reason why I think that is, and this is just me speculating, I'm not sure, I think it has a lot to do with maybe like the neediness. And by that I mean, well, I don't drive, and when we go out in public, it's always like, hey, you need to look out for me. Like, can you tell me when curbs are coming? Can you tell me if there's people coming up? If there's stairs stepping up or stepping down? It's just a lot. It's a lot to ask from someone that you've just met. So I found that some people maybe get a little bit burnt out on that, or they just think, it's just not for me. And that's totally fine. I get that. So that's just one struggle that I've found when meeting people, that it's possibly a little bit difficult to retain friends. So those are kind of some of the ways. Other ways I've met people, friends of friends. That's not as very often, not as common to meet people that way, just because first of all, I don't really have a whole lot of friends. I know a few people, and those people don't exactly have a whole lot of friends either. So yeah, and another thing is I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs of any kind. So I never do the bar scene. So again, for someone who doesn't go out and do the bar scene or nightclubs, stuff like that, it's difficult to meet people when it seems like so much of a social lifestyle these days is people going out to a bar or grabbing a drink or doing whatever. So it's a little bit difficult to find people who just want to go and sit by a lake and talk, or go for a walk and talk, or go out to dinner, or, you know, just the traditional things that non-drinkers or drug users do. So those are some of the ways. I don't know. And then I actually thought of a pretty clever idea earlier. So I've actually been looking through some of the comments on the Retinitis Pigmentosa Facebook group over the last few days, and it seems like a lot of people are struggling with some of the same things that I listed earlier, which is, you know, loneliness, feeling trapped, feeling isolated. And I thought of actually kind of a clever idea, which obviously would probably never happen, but it's kind of funny. So there's like 12,000 people in the group, and I thought, since all of us are feeling the same way, what if all of us lived in a community together, like a gated community somewhere that all of us enjoyed being, or a huge apartment building. I'm not a huge apartment person, but, you know, if that happened to be, what if we all lived in the same community and then all of us could be friends? I don't know. I don't think we would feel lonely anymore. There'd be, let's say, 12,000 of us, or even half that, 6,000 of us all living together. All of us are different ages, different genders. We come from different countries. All of us have a different skill set. It'd be a really fun community. All of us could hang out and be friends. We could learn different skills from each other. So anyway, I just thought of that. Obviously, it would probably never happen, but if we ever came to a point where there was a blind community with, you know, 6, 10, or 12,000 people, that'd be pretty interesting. I think all of us would no longer feel lonely or isolated, because there would be so many of our friends and all of us would understand each other because we're all in the same situation. So anyway, if you have any ideas, or you meet a lot of people, or you have a lot of friends and you continue to make new friends, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Just leave a comment and just let's create a conversation with this and kind of see, you know, how do we meet people? How do we retain friends? And when we do, what do we do with these people? Like, do you go out for dinner? Do you go for walks? Do you go to amusement parks? Do you go to maybe like performances of some kind, concerts, or, you know, what exactly do you do with your friends when you hang out with them? Or where are you meeting these people? So if you have any suggestions, or you're good at meeting people or friends, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below and we can hopefully create a conversation around this. So if you haven't already, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. I just started this channel about 4 weeks ago, and I've been creating a lot of content, and I just really appreciate everybody who has been supporting me so far, and I continue to hopefully bring you more valuable content in the next days and weeks and months to come. So again, if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you do. Otherwise, hit the like button. And again, leave your comments or questions down below, and I do personally respond to all comments and questions that are left on my channel. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more videos like this in the coming days. Thank you.